What I liked about it was that they had this whole Mexican immigrant family. You don't see Mexican Americans on television in the U.S. as the subject.
Is everybody ready for church?
We're like almost 2/3 of the Latino population in the U.S. And I saw that there was a whole family of them, and different kinds, you know, immigrants, like my parents, and also Mexican Americans or Chicanos like myself, and different occupations, you know, and I thought, wow, this guy, he's got something here. It's like something that I would write, you know, like a varied look at something, you know, a variety.
Well, you wouldn't have gotten deported if you hadn't come to my country in the first place.
I was born in America.
I'm from San Diego. You know, I'm from the border. My parents lived in Tijuana for 10 years before they came over, and they were indocumentados and everything. You know, my mom was, and my dad was a bracero. And when I get a hate letter, it always, I mean, not always, but many say, go back to Mexico. And I grew up like that. I was treated like I was a foreigner. You know, when I grew up in San Diego, I had a hard childhood dealing with that, with racism and things like that. And I'm like, hey, wait a minute, I thought that I was American and I had all these rights, and no, you know, you don't.
God, these people have no idea what it's like to have foreigners ruin their country.
Spring break! I'm not paying for that.
The second episode that I wrote was had the border wall. You know, I pitched the idea of border wall. And then you know, a year later, Donald Trump starts talking about the border wall, and the audience was like, and the people at Fox were like, well, you guys are son profetas, you know. I'm like, no, it's not that hard. You know, the border has all these stories.
Welcome to America. You may ruin our country, but our country will ruin your children. That's
the border. You know, there's been tunnels with air conditioning and, like, you know, music playing, and you know, it's nothing new to us that live on the border. I wasn't optimistic. I didn't think I was going to be alive to see it, but no, I'm in the middle of it, so it's really good. I don't know if maybe it's a function of the increase of the population or what, but there's like a pride in being Mexican. Chicanos take credit for that. I take credit for it. I did it, all me.